All right, y'all. Yes. I'm in the swather again. I got the call this morning that, hey, can you cut and bale my hay for me? Remember that custom job I said I might have for a dairy? Well, that custom job come to light because they called me they texted me while I was baling hay this morning and said, hey, I think we got froze on, and it took a turn for the worse. And can you come bale this? You come cut it and bale it, big square it. I said, yeah, sure. So I come over here and looked at it, and sure enough, I think the frost got it. And I got the swather, and I got out of the baler, come and met him, went and ate breakfast. Sorry, I'm in the wind of the air conditioner. But anyway, ate breakfast, got the swather, come over here, started cutting. I'm tired. But it's alright. I stopped, been going, went and had lunch, and we're going to finish up this circle right quick. Ain't a full circle. There was some weeds in some of the towers we didn't cut. And you'll probably recognize this place because this is where we chopped silage earlier in the year in one of my videos. So here you are. Thing about swathing hay, it seems like you always hit and find skunks without fail. Wow, I bet you there was bunches of them at the end. I've hit 2 or 3 today, but and that little pile, that was a lot. There's some tall haygrazer there. I'm sure it's nice and wet under there, and they like it. Been seeing a lot of deer here. Saw one big buck that only had one horn. He probably got it knocked off somehow, or he got injured when he was younger, or I don't know. But I'm telling. Winding down just like this little bitty strip. Well, this is officially the last day of cutting. October 3rd, 2020. We're still cutting for that dairy. This is where we cut for silage, and we are finishing up today. This got froze bit, little bit. And smells like I got another skunk. Wow. Yeah, that's ripe. Adjust my windrow just a little bit, make it a little bit wider. Yeah, you can adjust this. I got one of the buttons on the joystick there that moves the deflector down, and it makes the windrow a little bit wider or narrower. You can do it manually too. You could, without that little pump right there, that little actuator. You see that little flap in there? That's what moves up and down. Change your windrow width. I made it just a little bit wider right then. So, the purpose of that is to where it'll dry just a little bit better. Don't want it to stack up too much. Then again, you don't want it too wide. So I've seen some people leave it wide as hell, and I just don't see how it bleaches it a lot. It just sometimes you waste more that way. And lighter crop, especially. I like to leave mine just a little wider than that. But yeah, this is right here is mainly grass. Grass with a few weeds in it, a little bit of haygrazer. You know, if it hadn't had the grass in there, it would have made 3 times what it would have. Like over in there, I was cutting there this morning. Massive windrows. I mean, just pounding it out, 8 miles an hour, and then get over here, and I'm cruising at 12, and I'm cruising at 12 just because, I don't know, just I could go faster, but 12 is just kind of where I set today. Looked over and said, well, 12, okay, that's where it is, I guess. Anyway, just finished, not finishing up, but just kind of starting. But this here will finish up. Cutting. It's just 45 acres, and I probably got already. Well, let's see how many I got. I got 12 acres in, so it ain't gonna take long to whack this down. That's it. Got that 45 acres done and turned off the header. Now I'm going to idle down and put on the rabbit, put into field gear. See the number 3 kick up, and away we go to the house. Putting on my flashers. That's it. Well, I'm gonna miss this swather until wheat season. Of course, we're gonna have a pretty good marriage and a pretty good in the shop this winter time. That'll be some YouTube videos on that, where we're gonna. My wife's gonna she already told me. She said, as soon as you get done, let's put it on the slab and I'll wash it off real good, like it's brand new. And I was like, good. That's awesome. Because we're going to pull it in the shop this winter. I'm going to have some YouTube videos on changing out the rock guards and changing out the turtles and doing a bunch of servicing. So that'll be entertaining and educational. So, kind of ease out. Some of these semi trucks around here can go pretty fast. They deliver feed around here. There's 2 dairies here. Excuse me. I don't have COVID, I promise. I have not been tested, but I promise you I don't have it. Anyway, yeah, there's 2 dairies here. There's this Parkland dairy here. So they take feed here. And then there's the Matthews Dairy, which is the old Western Star Dairy over there. So here's the Parkland. And it's for sale, by the way. If somebody wants to buy the Parkland. I think it's about 1,200 cow, I think, is what I read. And it's got 2 residences, 700 and some odd acres. And the third house, I think, is optional. But anyway, nice little place. Anyway, that's it for cutting time. Here's Matthews Dairy over here, the old Western Star. So that's it for cutting this year. I see a big crone running over here. One of my high school friends and neighbors running over there. His dad is running over there. A big crone. Merging 30 into 1. So on some dry land that ain't gonna make very much. Looks like they already got the big Rouse rake out. I wished I had a rake like that. I am envious of that rake. I don't know. We'll drive by it also, that way I can show you. They're already raking, I imagine, because that stuff's not gonna make very much, and they're not wanting to lose anything, I'm sure, or they're gonna rake it here in a few days, but they're not. They're gonna rake and bale that, look like, and they might chop it. I doubt it. Look at that big old Rouse rake. Good job, Colin. That is a rake now. Wish I had that thing. Yeah, you can't see much out there, so they're gonna rake 2 30-foot passes in one, probably. But anyway, yeah, that's a haygrazer field. That's how much rain we got this year. Just nothing, really. Just nothing. Yes, that's piles of manure. That's one thing these dairies got, is piles of manure. So, perfect timing. My wife and kids had to go to a funeral today. I wish I could have went, but I just had too much stuff lined up in harvest. But anyway, they went to a funeral today in Millsview. Our English teacher, Mrs. Lisa Lee, passed away. So anyway, they went to Millsview. They had a funeral over there for a dear friend, and they just happened to get done. And on their way back home, they brought me lunch from Leal's, one of our local Mexican food restaurants, and they went and are bringing my pickup back home. So one of my boys, I bet you Drew, is driving it, and that was my wife right in front of us, and I think I see Drew behind me. If so, I'm gonna let him go in front. But anyway, that was perfect timing. Well, thank you for joining us this year on swathing of sorghum Sudan grass / haygrazer. I call it haygrazer. Some people back east call it Sudan sorghum. Anyway, we call it haygrazer around here. But anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope you found it educational. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope you saw something new, something different, something I'm doing wrong. So probably doing wrong. Anyway, thank you for joining us. If you're not already, please be a subscriber. Hit that little gray bell, that way you'll be notified of my future videos. We upload every Wednesday and every Saturday. Try to. So I might have one here or there in between, but anyway, thank you for joining us, and hey, catch you next time. We'll be baling a little hay. Thank you.